Sir, good evening and namaste to both of you. We generally don't wait. We start on time, but it's okay. We will discuss till they all join.
Yeah.
So, let me start with Mamta. What kind of difficulties are you facing with teenagers to write answers? Your personal experience with them.
So nowadays, children don't want to write because of this mobile and laptop. They prefer to type rather than writing. And once start writing, if you are forced to write, after a few letters or few words, they say, my hand is hand aching.
Mm.
I don't want to continue to write. Rather, I will read.
Why? That's what I'm asking. We know they do that, but why?
I think because of this typing and this computer and mobile, they find it very easy to type rather than to write.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Saranya, what challenge
Yes,
are you
ma'am.
facing?
Yeah, for me, my son, he doesn't wanted to attempt any kind of question answers, long answers. If it is a brief one or something where he needs to write 4 5 sentences, there he will restrict himself to one word. He can understand the concepts, he can do it, but still, maybe he I don't know whether he's having patience to think and write 4 5 lines, or I don't know what, but that concept, whatever the question is there, that concept he will end it with like 2 or 3 words. That's it.
Good, fine. Thank you. Smita,
Hmm.
let me just get a warm up of what challenge are you facing, either with your child or with your student? Smita, Asma, Shashikala, Tanuja, Ayushi, Swarnlata, welcome. It will be great if you could come on the mic and share your personal experience today. What challenge are you facing? Most of you know me, so don't think I need an introduction here. I am unwell. Okay, no problem. Asma, Tanuja, Ayushi, Swarlata, what challenge are you facing? Yeah, you can type your experience if you don't want to write, and if you don't want to come on the camera, just give your answer in one line. What difficulty are you facing? Just in one line. Yes, Asma.
Uh, I don't know, but he refused to write every time.
Okay.
Maybe because he is a very slow writer or making mistake while writing.
Okay. Fine. Thank you. Swarlata.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
The most common problem I'm facing most of the students is by seeing the length of the answer, they'll be afraid to first of all see the answer.
Mm-hmm.
The next step, if I motivate them and give the keywords, then they will try to read. They're good at reading. They'll read it, but understanding the key points or when it comes to the writing part, they'll avoid it.
Oh, thank you. Anybody else who wants to share? One more person. What difficulty are you facing? Disinterest and doesn't like writing. Okay. I can see that most of you are above the age of 30. Anybody younger to 30? I don't think so. Okay, I'm not saying the upper age, the lower age. Shashikala, you'll have to help me because some people are joining the group now and asking for the link. So, in case you have anybody, please help me to do this. Yeah. Okay. So, most of you are above the age of 30. When you were of the teenage, what difficulty were you facing to write? Were you, first of all? I want you to go back and think of those times. Or writing was just like walking, talking, eating. It was as normal as anything else.
It was as normal because we didn't have any choice.
You didn't have a choice. So you feel it was normal. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. How about others? Each one of you can have a different experience. I want to really know, because going back our journey, understanding that, and then coming to the present children, it will help us to understand their condition. Otherwise, we are only complaining. They don't do. It's very, very important to understand our child. Before even writing, child is scared of the length of answer. Okay, I am typing. Okay, my child shows disinterest. Okay, thank you. Go back to your times. One more person, if you could tell me, what was it when you were young, you were in your teenage? How was it? How was the whole idea of writing for you? The minute the teachers finished reading the lesson, it was only reading in little bit of it.
Maybe we will not get words to think and write. We'll be stuck up with few words.
But then writing didn't sound like another task from another universe. It was like eating, drinking. It was just normal. Yeah. Today it's no more normal. Today it's become like, if somebody can write, it's like, oh my God, that's something great one can do. Those days, if somebody could speak well on mic, if you remember, that was considered as, wow. Out of my class of 40, there was only one child or two children who can come on the mic and speak so confidently. If I remember my teenage, I was one of those one or two. I was very good at mic. I was good at confident at holding and giving speeches, memorizing, etc. But those days also I wasn't very good at writing my thought. So coming on mic and speaking was a rare thing 30 years ago, 40 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago. It was like, oh, my child can do it. Then suddenly these classes started, if you remember, public speaking classes. When I was small, many of you were young, there was nothing called public speaking classes. The teachers in the class would teach us to speak on the mic, make us learn some essays, or, some during functions, they would make us memorize some dialogues or whatever. We would come on the mic and just deliver it. So all of us had different styles. Somebody could do it with action, expression. Somebody would just like narrate a straight story. And then started this public speaking classes, and then this whole concept of children becoming confident, and we became a part of it as delivering those public speaking classes. And see what the world has brought today. The world has brought, every classroom has plenty of public speakers today. Everybody is happy to take the mic and speak. Asma will tell, my son is ready to tell the whole answer, but he will not write. So a generation which was reading, writing, saw they were not able to speak. So the next generation focused completely on speaking. And now we have speakers and speakers and speakers. Suddenly now we are realizing the emphasis on writing was forgotten over the period of time. And now writing is sounding like the biggest difficulty. So now there will be another set of generation who will start working on writing. The cycle will change. Something new challenge will be ready for the next generation. So we have to understand this cycle that is transiting from one stage to the other due to the generation of that time. Okay? Think, do not answer. Think and tell me, what are the 3 things you feel today's teenagers need to be taught? Just think. I'll give you 30 seconds. What are the 3 things you think today's teenagers need to be taught? Generally, when I say teenagers, children from class 6 to class 12. Today we are talking only about them. In our previous session, it was about class 3, age 3 to age 11. And those of you who have missed that session and want to know about the early years of writing, you can always ask for it, pay for the recording, and still watch the recording. One is, why writing is important. All right. Okay. Value education. All right.
Think and put your ideas on paper.
Okay. You can just type. No, not necessarily to come on mic. You can just type also. Shambhavi, welcome. I just saw your name. Renuka, welcome. Aparna, welcome. Practice discipline. Okay. Focus, writing. Need to know logic behind it. All right. Using own brains instead of using Google and AI. To think about oneself. To be determined and focused. To be disciplined. All right. Maintain a timetable. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you for your response. To sit. And I feel sitting is not important at all. It's doing that is important. Anyways, welcome Fazia. Tarannum, you've just joined. Welcome to this session. So, let me discuss consistent writing practice using pen paper rather than AI. Yeah. Is it their mistake that AI came into the life when they are growing up?
No, it is not their mistake. But whatever they need, they are taking
So,
up the phone and searching
yeah.
everything.
So your mother, Shashikala, was when your mother used to make chutney or idli paste, what was she using to make the idli paste?
She used the practice of her mother or her mother-in-law.
What is that? What she used? Grinding the paste on the stone?
No,
No?
the stone grinder she
Yeah,
used
hand
to
grind,
do.
hand to do.
Yes.
You're from South, that is why I asked this question. Like my mother used to grind the paste with hand. Okay. She complains that I don't do it. Why? By the time I was in my 20s, this beautiful thing called mixie came home or wet grinder came home. My question is it my mistake? She will go on saying in our times. My grandmother will say in our times. So I asked them, is it my mistake? No. That grinder came. Now this generation doesn't even remember. There is something called hand grinder. Then it shifted from mixie to ready-made mix. Now I'm surprised in South India also people buy ready-made mix who are experts in making the mix. Is it their mistake? No. First, let us accept it is not our children's mistake that ChatGPT and AI and all this has come in their generation. Why blame them? We have to see how are we going to survive with that ChatGPT AI and still do writing. Let's not blame, let's utilize. Okay? So how if you change your mindset and ask this question again and again, how many of you use body shower, liquid body, what do you call it? Liquid body wash to take bath? If you do, just keep chatting. I don't want that you have to come on mic. You can just chat me. I think the young generation wants liquid body wash. Yeah, there is somebody, Shambhavi. I still don't. We are from the Rexona family. I mean, the Rexona soap. We would have graduated to peers. But still, the joy of having a soap and rubbing in the hand and cleaning is still there in my brain. With the liquid soap, I'm not sure if I have rubbed enough. Is it my fault? No. But a child who's born with liquid soap finds it funny. They ask me, why do you hold this soap? It keeps slipping from your hand and you have to bend so many times in the bathroom. Why can't I just use liquid soap and finish it fast? Easy to carry. Is it their mistake? I don't know. So if you start comparing, first is tell yourself all this that has come and they born after 2020 or 20, in the 2000s is not their mistake. It has come. The only thing we have to tell ourselves is how do we still handle it? How do we still continue writing and why writing is important? So now let me take you So today, I have used complete AI to create all the content. Okay. I mean, the content is mine, definitely, my research. But I've used the tool to make the presentation. 1 year ago, I believed that the presentation should be made by me only. I have to put the word, the font, the size, the this, the that, because I think it's my property. Suddenly, when so many AI tools came and they pushed us, that told us that, oh, what you do for 3 hours, I can do it in 30 seconds and give you. Why will my brain not want to do it? What you do for 3 hours, I can do it in 30 seconds and give you. Tell me one reason why I will not take it. So why blame children when we are also adopting to it? Okay. So let's come to, I'll keep on repeating this, how the changes happen and why we have to accept change. So why are Indian teens finding writing soul crushing, painful? Oh my God, the kind of expressions you get when the child writes is purely three powerful reasons we are going to discuss. What are the three powerful reasons why it is so painful for children? That writing is like communication is not like communication anymore. It is more like torture. The word that children are using today is don't torture me. Okay. First biggest, the digital manual connect, which you cannot disagree with. So again, I'll ask, how many of us decided not to have a mobile phone thinking that my child will get spoiled? How many of us did not buy a television thinking that my child will spend too much time on television? No, we didn't. We took up everything that the technology brought in our lives, and children became a part of it. So what is happening to their brains today? The brains are wired with the speed of 5G connection, perfectly synchronized with screens that respond instantly to their thoughts. Today, it is so bad if you are talking with somebody about something, by the time you finish your sentence, you will see the Facebook telling you this product is available here. Or something video or something about that product or some Instagram page will open up automatically. That speed is a brain working. And what is a painful reality? There is an excruciating lag between how fast these children think and how fast they can write physically. The thought is fast, but typing or writing is slow. So what happens? The next thought has come. The previous writing has happened, hasn't happened, and the next thought has come. So it's like asking a marathon runner to do slow motion. A marathon runner, while their mind races like a full sprint. So painful for them. Pen, when I was small, many of you would have, pen is a powerful tool. We would have written essays. We would have given speeches on this line. Pen is a powerful tool. Now it is called the most painful tool. It shifted in 20 years, 20, 30, whatever years. Pen, the powerful tool, is now shifted to pen, the painful tool. Okay. Second and third, both. When AI becomes a crutch, most of you said it's because of AI that our children are not writing. Correct. ChatGPT and Gemini can generate perfectly structured essays in 3 seconds. So the mental effort to construct a paragraph from scratch now feels disproportionately high. I gave you my own example. I take 30 minutes, 3 hours to make one presentation of 20 slides. Now I did it in 30 seconds. So why will I go back to my 3 hours of hard work? I will not. Lost mental muscle. Since AI handles thought, organization, many teens have lost the cognitive stamina to plan long answers. Children are at loss, so please don't blame them. They need help. Children are suffering themselves because of ChatGPT and AI. Their thinking capacity is reducing because the thinking brain is not put to task. When forced to write manually in exam halls, they experience cognitive paralysis. You know what is cognitive paralysis? You know what is body paralysis? Your body stops functioning. Cognitive paralysis is your head goes blank when you're asked to write in exam. Because the muscle that needs to be thinking and writing is slowed down totally thanks to technology. And there is a very typical problem the children today are facing, which is called blank page syndrome. Blank page syndrome is the worst now. Without AI assistance, students face a new type of brain fog. मेरा दिमाग jam हो गया. I'm not able to think. They generate a specific struggle between digital convenience and manual reality. आदत पड़ गया हर चीज ask ChatGPT. When they are not able to think and they do not read enough, what do you think happens to their writing ability? Obviously handicapped, obviously damaged, obviously affected. So do we blame children? Again, no, we don't. We won't blame children. We will find out what challenges they are facing and we will want to help them. Why is writing long answers so difficult? Let's understand the condition of the brain when the child is asked to write long answers. Okay, what's happening inside the brain? It's very easy for us to tell that you're lazy, you don't want to do, you're not active, you're this, you're that. Very easy. But what is happening to them? So what is happening to a teenage brain? Is the teenage brain fully developed? And the answer is no. It is in the process of developing. So what happens? Their brain is actually working like a CEO, a construction worker, and an editor at the same time when they have to write. CEO is somebody who thinks, construction worker who does, and after doing, you have to edit your work. That's where your whole writing is complete. So now we will discuss what are the 7 neurological and psychological challenges that make long form writing particularly difficult for teenage children. Clear this. Are you all with me? If yes, please send a thumbs up. If you all are with me, please send a thumbs up. Thank you. So let's understand the 7 powerful reasons why are children teenage children especially, not willing to do long answers. What has happened inside their brain, which did not happen in your brain or the brains 10 years ago? The first one is under construction of prefrontal cortex. What is a prefrontal cortex? Now I'm talking about little bit about brain. Prefrontal cortex is here. And this, which is the duty of this part of the brain, is executive functioning, which is responsible for planning, organizing, and impulse control. When we are talking about children of teenage, this is the role that the prefrontal cortex does for all of us. But in their case, it is still developing. So what is the challenge? Long answers require students to plan the beginning, the middle, and the end before they start. Because of prefrontal cortex, it is still developing. Teens often struggle to create logical roadmap, leading to answers that ramble and lose focus. So what does one of the mothers say? My son will write in one word or one sentence. The reason is this. Under construction of prefrontal cortex. The body, it's like under construction of some muscles, we will not be able to hold the ball. When the child is small, they won't be able to hold the glass, they won't be able to hold the spoon, because under construction of this muscle. Now this we are talking about the brain muscle. Point number 2, cognitive overload in working memory. What is working memory? Working memory is that part of the brain which is helping us to plan everything, which is actually functioning, right? So when you get to write a long answer, what does the brain have to do? They have to first understand what is being asked. That means first understand the question. So are we training our children to understand the question? I don't know. We are all the time training our children to answer the question. Okay. Is there any training given in school? Let me know from mothers, teachers, where they say, okay, today we will only read out questions and know if you have understood the question. No. We will read out and they have to answer. Now, please do reverse. Most of the time, the children are not understanding the question. So for every lesson, please make or have a set of questions which you only ask them to read and tell what is asked in this question. I don't want your answer. What? This is one of the biggest tool to start preparing the child for exam. And this is not done during the exam. This is done every day. What do you understand by this question? Just tell me only that much. So first is understanding the question. Second, formulating the intended argument. The question is, why does the apple fall down and why doesn't it go up? So first is, what is the question? Second, what is the argument? Third, grammar rules. So when does grammar rules come in children's life? How do children learn grammar? Is it only in grammar classes? We all have this grammar classes, language papers. Is it only in language classes and grammar classes? Then we are doing very little, because language classes are only once a week. So when are we learning grammar? Grammar is learned through daily reading. It's learned through listening to English. It's learned through watching English or whatever language they want to write in related content. Is this happening in their child's life? If not, grammar is not going to develop. Then they will only develop what is noun, types of noun, what is preposition, the types of preposition, what is adverb, types of adverb. Where to use and how to use is not taught. Yeah, when the child starts speaking sentence, grammar develops. Correct. So how much of opportunity is the child getting to develop that grammar? If we are vernacular speaking family, Telugu, Hindi, Punjabi, Marathi, Marwadi, there is no grammar happening there. So the challenge occurs in writing also, until unless they have good listening of English. Fourth, vocabulary. So I've heard parents say that my child will write but not use the right vocabulary. Why? Because while explaining the chapter, we have simplified that vocabulary to make the child understand. But we have not repeated that vocabulary again and again and again and again to make it familiar for the child to remember to write for the exam. Vocabulary does not mean having a set of words and asking the child to read or memorize the spelling. No, it is how often are you using while discussing that particular topic, whether it is you or the parent or the teacher in school. So when the child is asked to write, what is happening to the cognitive overload in the working memory? The brain works like a scratch pad. where we hold information while processing it. You know what's a scratch pad? Blank. Question is, why does the apple fall from the tree? Why doesn't it go up? Now the brain is blank. Now it has to start understanding the question, formulating argument, putting it in grammar, having the right vocabulary, but it is blank. It requires juggling of all these four elements, and that task consume all the mental RAM. You know what's RAM? Our computers, our mobile, our laptops, everything has a RAM, a place where memory is stored. If the RAM gets spoiled, finished, our computer will flop. So presently our children's RAM has lot of data irrelevant to what they require. So the relevant data, not storing. Okay. Why irrelevant data? AI, technology, phone, scrolling. Third, we are discussing why kids are not able to write, because without understanding that, we can't work on the strategies. Like when you go to the doctor, my stomach is paining, give me medicine. Does the doctor give medicine? First, he will do a lot of questioning, understanding when, what, where, how many times, where, what did you eat, blah, 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 everything. The diagnosis will happen, and then he will say, this is the right medicine for you. So what we are doing now is understanding that challenge of our children. Why our kids are not writing? Let's stop blaming. Let's start helping. The second one, the third one is a blank page initiation. So the minute we ask children to write, majority of you have told me, ma'am, is blank. Why it's blank? Same, prefrontal cortex, neural pathways not activated, task not initiated. And we think, Asma always says, my son is very lazy, my son is very lazy. It's not laziness. When the teenager stares on a page for 30 minutes blank, it is genuine. It's a starting trouble. Especially kids who are struggling. It's a startup error. गाड़ी start नहीं हो रहा है उसका लिखने के लिए. And we don't have patience because we have a lot of syllabus. We have to finish deadlines. We have to do submissions. We have exams coming up. What do? So, their neural pathways are not allowing them to start. This biological reality makes getting started one of the hardest things to write. If just now I ask all of you to write a page on something, how many of you will just take a pen and start writing? Even we can't. Because we have also stopped writing. Our hands will not run fast. Our brain will function, but still will be hunting for the vocabulary of that topic. Can I give a topic? Shall we try? No, I'm not doing that because I know you all understand that very well. Okay, how many of you have written love letter? How many of you can write a love letter right now? Just raise your lovely hand. Shambhavi has written a love letter. Can you write a love letter right now, Shambhavi? You can. Smita, you can. How long would be your love letter? So I am guessing your age will be around between 30 to 40 based on the answer. Depends. Most of them won't write love letter. Mamta, you can write a love letter immediately? No. Have you written a love letter, Mamta? You have? Okay. I haven't. So I really don't know. If you ask me to write, I may not be. I'll fail. I won't know what to write other than I love you. I don't have the vocabulary to write the love letter. I may know English. I may speak English. I may read English. But presently, if I look at my brain, no, my brain will not help me to write a love letter. But if my brain is told, write 10 problems of reading, oh, I'll write a book. Brain only working on that. Okay. So what is happening with our children? The next one. Organizing and self-monitoring. The big challenge. Somebody said our children don't know how to organize and plan themselves. Why? Difficulty of abstract organization. Teenagers are transitioning from concrete thinking to abstract thinking. Anybody who doesn't know this, concrete thinking, that's facts, to abstract thinking is theories. Abstract is imagination. Now children are not even given a chance to imagine because ChatGPT will imagine for you and give. So it has actually stopped your imagination power. Totally stopped. Because it is imagining, AI is imagining based on the data it has. But the child's brain must be working at a different pace, style, speed, because every brain is unique. But dependency has made our brain slow down even in thinking of new ideas. Analysis, evaluation not happening. Long answers need analysis and evaluation. So the teenage brain struggles to bridge the gap between concrete facts and abstract structure needed for persuasive arguments. When you want to write an essay, you need to write from facts to imagination. Create your own thoughts about that particular concept. It is not happening. There was a time, I don't know how many of you belong to that time, when essays were given by the class teacher. All children will have same essays in the notebook. They will by heart that essay and write, copy that and come back. Anybody who falls from that generation? Either as a child or as a tutor or as a parent, whatever. Who has been from that generation? Fauzia. The class teacher, thank you, Fauzia. The class teacher will write the essay on the board. Thank you, Mamta. Yes. My mother, write an essay on my mother. Everybody's essay will be same, only mother's name will be different and age will be different. Arey? And all notebooks correct, marks also 9 on 10 to most of the children. But where is the child's brain? Then there was a time shifted in education where they wanted the children to think and write their own. And now ChatGPT will give you 100 different kinds of mothers. You choose which mother you want to select and copy and write. May not match with your mother, but the essay will be nice to write. This is what children are going through. Same it was. Christmas party, same essay. Diwali vacation, same essay. Everything same. Why? India believed in rote learning and reproducing. Completely. Good if you could write on your own. Okay, Shambhavi. Weak self-monitoring. And there's one thing called metacognition. Metacognition is the ability to think about thinking. It's a very complicated word. Okay. So it says, while writing, adult brain constantly check, does this make sense? Our brain is like that. When you're writing something, it'll keep on thinking, is it making sense? You'll read. Is it making sense? That's what called thinking about thinking. Did I already say it? Am I repeating it? But in an adolescent, in a teenage, these neural connections are still strengthening and leading to repeated points and drifting off topic. Means in an adult brain, the brain is developed, the prefrontal cortex is developed. There you are doing cross-checking. Am I saying it right? Am I repeating it? Am I written the point again? But in a teenage brain, the brain is still growing, especially the prefrontal cortex. So this whole part is missing in them. So there is a lot of confusion. Did I write it enough? Did I repeat? On some answers you will read, they would have repeated the same thing 2-3 times in different ways. These are all difficulty the child is facing. Please don't blame. They are not doing it on purpose. One very powerful thing, and that is emotions in writing. Emotions and flexibility. What challenge are they facing? In the absence of a fully developed prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, that is the brain's emotional center, which is here, often takes the lead when you're writing. But when you're doing rote writing, there is no emotion. When you're memorizing something and writing, you're just recalling the data and reproducing. But when you have to write your long answers on your own, there is definite involvement of prefrontal cortex which thinks and amygdala which gives the emotion to thinking. Only then you will be able to write with emotion how you feel about something. So the challenge is if a teenager feels stupid or overwhelmed by difficult question, what does amygdala do? It will be in the flight or fight response. Do you know what is flight or fight response? Anybody can just share. Do you understand by flight or fight?
Fight means defend, opposite reaction. Flight means totally blank.
Good. Thank you. Fight is revolt, right? And flight is switch off. So when a difficult question comes, what is our children doing? Why should I write? I don't want to write. You write, they write. It's a waste of time. I can do something better. What is the use of copying? This is fight. Flight is blank.
One question there, my son used to ask, why these questions and all they are asking to me?
Why this question?
Why these questions and all they are asking to me?
Exactly. So the brain goes into flight and fight mode. Now you shout, you lecture, you scream, you this, you that. The brain is brain fog. I will not do. Then there is war. Then mother and son are fighting. Then there is, oh my God, house is a mess. And the father will come, leave the child. Why do you want to be like? Then the grandmother from there will shout, you are torturing the child. All this drama. So they literally shut down the logical part of the brain. When the amygdala is active, the logical part of the brain shuts down and emotion part of the brain survives and no reaction. Finished, gone. So what are the 7 takeaways that we have? Recognize the biological condition, that is children are not necessarily lazy that they are not writing. The brain is still developing. So you'll ask, we did it at our time. Yes, we did it. We did not have any distraction. Initiation block, dividing long answers into, so you have to break down the content into small concepts. Reduce cognitive load. That means strengthen maximum mechanics. So memory can focus on higher level of thinking and analysis. Thinking about thinking, very important, and managing emotions when we write. How do we do this? These are the takeaways from this. So how do we do this? Are you all with me? Are you all with me? Yes? Any point at which you disagree, you can always, I'm giving you a minute to share. I am happy if you disagree because that's where we learn. No, it's not like this. This is what happens with me. You're welcome to come on the mic. You disagree, Shamlata? Swarnlata, yes, I used to write on my, okay. All right. Now we're going to discuss in the next 15-20 minutes, how do you help a child? Now, first we understood the 3 big challenges. Then we understood the 7 challenges that the child's brain undergoes when we ask them to write. But we can't quit, we can't leave, we have to help them to write. We have to work on our exams, especially in our Indian system, where the long form answers are still existing, essay writing is still existing, though many boards have reduced the number of essays, maybe reduce the number of writing. There is a change in the examination format also, but still the whole idea of writing for exam exists. Okay. So the 7 practical strategies to help your teenager produce long form essays or long form writing and assignments is what we're going to discuss now. The first technique is called peel construction method. PEEL. Each letter has it's an acronym. Each letter has an explanation to it. So peel is one of the most common thing which we have to teach our children. And we use it like we say peel. We learn this by the peel method. What is the PEEL method? If you are asked to write something, PEEL stands for point. Start a clear topic sentence that states your main idea. Okay. Second is explain that idea. Explain how the evidence supports your point. First is this one. Second is evidence. Support the point with a fact, quote, specific example. Third is explain that evidence that you gave. And fourth is connect back the main question or the transition to the next point. That is, create the link between the first point. Now, to understand this, we will do it practically. I would want you all to think of a topic of your choice. I'm not giving a common topic to all. Okay, think of a topic of your choice and use this PEEL construction method to write that for at least a paragraph. I think that should be enough. Where you're writing the main point, then you're writing a fact or a quote or an example related to that main point. Then you're writing an explanation to elaborate on that, and finally you're linking it. Connect back the main question that was and transition to the new point. What do you want to say at the end of that? Shall we do it? Or all of you sitting in the comfortable bed cushion only listening to the workshop? It is a workshop. When we say workshop, we have to do. Ready? Are you all ready? Couldn't understand? You want me to repeat? Okay. You want me to repeat in Hindi or something? Or is it okay that I just repeat? So, आपको एक टॉपिक लेना है अपने मन का. वो टॉपिक में एक मेन पॉइंट होगा. अब जिस चीज के बारे में भी आप लिखना चाहते हो, on whatever you want to write, there'll be a main point. So start with a clear topic sentence that states your main idea. आप सोचो आप किसके बारे में लिखना चाहते हैं. Anything, I am open to anything. उसके बाद आप उस पॉइंट को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए एक एग्जाम्पल दोगे, या एक फैक्ट दोगे, या एक कोट दोगे, या और कुछ दोगे जस्ट टू सपोर्ट दैट पॉइंट. थर्ड, उस पॉइंट को और एक्सप्लेन करोगे. ये जो पॉइंट आपने दिया है, ये जो फैक्ट दिया है, उसको और एक्सप्लेन करोगे बताने के लिए कि why do you think it should be like that. 1, 2, this is a sequence. 3 is explain, and then you will derive to a new concept connecting to the previous concept. Don't think it is an exam. Give it a try. I will remain quiet for next 1 minute. 15 seconds more. All right. Who would be the first one to share your peel construction method of writing your article? Whatever you wrote on. See, unless and until you learn to do it, you will not be able to help your child. It's great to listen to workshops, but actions don't happen till we practice. Yeah, Mamta, you want to be the first one?
I wrote about my daily routine.
Yeah, just read it
So,
out.
okay. I get up, I wrote about daily routine. So I wrote, I get up at 4:30 and after that I freshen up, I do my yoga and meditation. So this helps me to be energetic and calm for the rest of the day. And with calm and balanced mind, we can perform well and plan well. We can take care of family properly and to keep our body and mind healthy and happy. This keeps us this keeps us ready to face the situations of life.
Great. So did the peel method help you, or you go and write even other? Did you go in a synchrony with the peel methods?
Yes.
You followed the peel method. Okay, great. Thank you. Who else? Yes, Aparna. Could you read out? Yeah, Aparna, you could read out.
Uh, yes, ma'am. I started doing on the voter list and I was trying to use peel. So I could only write these 2 points, that evidences and the point and the evidence.
Could you read out?
Explanation part.
Could you read
Yeah,
out?
yeah. It is important to have voter card to vote. For all Indians, their name are necessary to be there in the list. Only then they can vote. If the name is not there, so this is the repeated point. If the name is not there in the consensus, so nowadays this SIR form has to be filled. But after that, the thoughts were broken. Like I had to think more about the explanation. That vocabulary was not there, and that linking part was not there, despite I'm reading this topic daily in the
Ah,
newspaper. Yes, so that is what, yeah, that's great to learn, ma'am, for this peel method.
great. So which we agree that why our children struggle. We are reading about it every day and still we are unable to pen down with the right vocabulary.
That's
Great.
right.
Thank you,
Thank
Aparna.
you, ma'am.
Ayushi, you said you're ready to speak. Ayushi Bhauka. Smita, you can be the next one. Ayushi? Oh, you want a second? Okay. Others who have not written, please finish, or maybe if you're ready, you can start typing your name or me. I will call out your name. See, till we don't practice what we want our children to do, any workshop, any money spent, anything invested is a waste. Whatever 1 rupee also you spend for learning something, you should have a value of 10 rupees taken back from that session. It should not be, she was a good speaker, nice points, PPT was nice. No, our aim is to help the children of this country. Okay, Ayushi's got some network issue. Meanwhile, Smita, could you please read out what you say? Just read out, no
Yes,
explanation required.
yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. My topic is health. Health is wealth. One who takes care of health leads a fit life. Exercising and a good diet keeps a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. The famous saying, health is wealth, holds true. For instance, our grandparents who were fit and strong during their old age. Let's all look after ourselves well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. So you also followed the peel method.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Fauzia, could we have you? Yeah, Fauzia. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Hello? You have some network problem? Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I have written on the topic books are one's best friends. Books
Okay.
are our best partners. With books, we are never alone. All the knowledge in the world can be accessed through them. We are never unhappy and bored with them. Ma'am, that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you. And the last is Shashikala. Next activity, others be ready. Everybody needs to participate in a workshop.
My topic is birds' nest construction.
Mm-hmm.
Birds construct nest in trees. Since in our area there is less trees, we bought some artificial nest, but it didn't stay on that artificial nest in our. It constructed a nest in our windows. After a long safety checkups, after its safety checkups, it started to build its own nest on window gaps. It doesn't believe in the artificial nest and constructed uh, its own nest like on the trees.
Okay, great. Thank you, Shashikala. So,
I was just before the session, I was watching the birds, so that I just wrote this.
so it is working memory.
Yeah.
A data which is just recently added. That's a working memory. Okay, Ayushi, do you want to say or can we proceed? Do you want to read out? So I want to ask all of you a question. What grade level content have you written? Ask yourself. Are you writing as per your age, your experience, your anubhav?
No.
No. We are all about 20, 30, 40, 50, right? But we are still writing below 5th grade, 6th grade. And we want our children, teenage children to write 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade content. Just because we are a little more educated than them. To understand what is the challenge, why didn't we choose a topic of what's happening between Russia and India? Why didn't we choose a topic between the political issues which we listen to in Pakistan? Why didn't we write something about Messi's visit to India? Difficult, right? This is the same difficulty our children are going through. Let's go to the next point. See, in a 90-minute workshop, there cannot be any magic, okay? There can be only understanding of the child's condition and strategies to apply it consistently. That's what is the power. Second strategy, the verbal rehearsal. Before writing, we need to do a verbal and whatever I'm discussing is something I personally have practiced. One, number two, and it is something we need to practice regularly throughout the 365 days. It is not something that will suddenly happen during the exam. No, it doesn't. So what is a verbal rehearsal? That the game is called Tell Me More. Okay. Why it works? Writing is often harder than speaking. So before touching the keyboard, have them explain their answer out loud. Keyboard, a pencil, a pen, whatever. When they give a short response prompt or question, why do you think that happened? Is a key question that you need to ask. Why do you think it happened? What's an example for that? So now you're giving another lead question for them to think. So once they have spoken a full explanation, tell them that's exactly what you need to write. When you give only, otherwise, write. Come on, write from your brain, write from your memory. No, I don't know anything. You write. So this bridges the gap between thinking and writing, making the task feel more natural. So now I'm going to do the exercise again with another set of members in the workshop, not the ones who attended. Who wants to be my partner? We are going to do tell me more concept. Tanuja, Swarnlata, Renuka, who wants to do the tell me more? Smita? Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So tell me on what topic you want to write today.
Anything, ma'am.
Okay, let's
Let's
take
give
the
it a
topic
try.
that you wrote. What was
Health.
the topic?
Health.
Health. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you read out what you wrote?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Health. Health is wealth. One
Why
who
do you
takes
think
care of
it is wealth?
It's an old saying, ma'am,
No, but
because
why do you think it is wealth?
it is wealth, because without health, without being fit and fine, I don't think we can do anything or we can progress in life.
But why is it
So
called
it is
wealth? Wealth means money, no?
our possession, ma'am. So health is our possession.
Position.
Possession. So,
Possession. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Can we have the
So
next sentence? So for that one word, you have given me 3 more sentences to support that one word. You got it?
yeah,
Beginning,
true, ma'am.
I asked you, why do you think it is wealth? You got 3 more sentences from your head to support that one word. Can we go to the next
Yeah.
sentence?
One who takes care of health leads a fit life.
What's a fit life? But
It's a healthy life, ma'am.
tell me more about healthy life.
Able to do daily chores. Being a mother, I'm saying this,
Okay.
and a wife, and then able to run errands
Okay.
and be on my toes and available for my people whenever it is necessary.
Okay.
Moreover, I am able to dance because dance is my favorite thing to do.
Okay. See, this
It's
dance
my
was not
passion.
there in her paragraph.
No,
Now it is becoming essay. That
yeah,
paragraph has got 2 more paragraphs already added in this oral sentence.
yes, ma'am.
Why do you think dance makes you healthy?
Because movement and brain is linked. So it develops our cognitive thinking, and our neurons also are activated, which helps our body to move better and be flexible.
Great. So full essay ready.
Uh,
So I will just,
Thank you,
yeah,
ma'am.
you're such a wonderful kid. You know your answers so well. Come on, now you just have to write. I will help
Thank
you
you,
with
ma'am. You
spelling.
brought in.
I will help you with some grammar if you don't know. You just have to write. Come on, do it. There ends the story.
Okay. You brought in out from my mind, I would say, ma'am. I did nothing.
I didn't do anything. I just helped you to use a method. That's all. A method which I have practiced a lot with kids. I just tried that. Okay, let's go to the third one. Building connections. Another technique is add information furthermore, moreover, additionally. Now, most of you must have noticed, even us and the children have the habit of using and, then, and, after, and, then. This will be there in their answers or in their even oral. I did this and then I went there and then after that I picked up that and then I came back and then. So, and then and there is a limited vocabulary. And what do we want? We want our children to have more vocabulary. So how do we develop that? We need to give them these kind of words in advance, in front of them all the time. Furthermore, moreover, additionally, and a lot more words like this, you must have it ready in a list and tell them to use these words while they are speaking. First, while they are speaking, then while they are writing. So the quality of the answer, the quality of the essay will shift. We don't give them vocabulary. We want them to memorize from whatever they remember and write. They don't remember these words. So we need to have a list of these kind of words which connects to another sentence or a phrase or a paragraph or complete something. Step 2 in building connection is show contrast. Words like conversely. However, on the other hand, okay? We also call this cheat sheet. Giving them these vocabulary is actually supporting them to use it frequently. And the third one is a show cause effect. Consequently, therefore, as a result. Okay? Now, task number 3. Please write 3 sentences using any of the one words from each of the categories. 1, 2, 3. You may not use necessarily these words, but any of the words in these families to make your own sentence. For example, do you think you want me to, I need to give you this? I don't think. आपको 3 सेंटेंस लिखना है ये वर्ड्स को यूज करते हुए, अलग अलग वर्ड्स. इसके अलावा भी आप ले सकते हो, एनी अदर दैट यू नो. All of you are very highly educated. You all know, you know a lot about all this. Furthermore, moreover, additionally. After the workshop, maybe in the evening or maybe tomorrow, I'll be sending you a list of these words as a tool that you can use. Okay, who's ready? Fazia.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, I like to travel a lot and carry a lot of baggage. Additionally, I carry a lot of snacks.
Can you replace and?
I like to travel a lot along with lots of food items.
Okay.
Additionally, I carry
without using and but. That's
okay.
the task that we can give children. Write 3 lines without using and but. The thing will begin. Yeah, could you please, sorry I interrupted, could you please read out your sentences?
And me?
Yeah, Fazia.
Ma'am, I have written only one sentence. That's
okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your participation, Fazia. Whoever's ready, please type me or raise your hand because you're not on camera, or raise your digital hand. Tanuja, who are the ones who've not yet participated? Renuka, yes, Aparna. The mic is.
Yes, I just wrote. I watched movie recently. I watched movie Dhurandhar recently. Though it consisted enormous bloodshed, however, it was the story of spy. Eventually, there must be one sentence, but eventually it made the successful move with an impressive action of that spy.
Did you have to force your brain to use all these words?
Yes.
And it came out.
Yes. Yes.
It's a matter of giving the children the right vocabulary.
Yes.
Just telling them right. अरे मसाला डालो ना, थोड़ा गरम मसाला डालो, थोड़ा चाट मसाला डालो, टेस्टी
Correct.
बनेगा.
Correct.
Thank you, Aparna.
Thank you, ma'am.
Who else? One more person. Sonal. Ayushi. Please participate so that you can do your best with your kids. Only when you do it, you will know, oh, wow, it's not so difficult. It's just that we didn't do it. Asma, Swaranlata, who has not yet participated, please do. Come out bold and read out. Say. Sonal, yeah, you're ready? Please come on the mic and camera if you want to.
Ma'am, after the attack in Kashmir, after the Pahalgam attack in Kashmir, additionally, the government decided to increase the army over there. However, hard work you do, luck plays a big hand in that. Uh,
Great.
uh,
Ah,
one second. I'll just get back because I just wrote it instantly.
that's
Just give
okay.
me.
Everybody's writing instantly. Perfect.
Uh,
Very good. So you realized you were writing grade 2, grade 3 essay.
the
Paragraph.
man, yeah. The
Yeah.
problem was what is happening was like the words like you gave like additionally. I knew the word sentence with additional, but I had to again reframe the word with additionally. You know all those things. So, it happens. I mean, ma'am, the thing was I joined in late and I did not understand the peel method. So you can after maybe like just me send me this. I did not follow that properly.
Yeah. Anyway, the recording of the workshop will be given to all of you. That's not a
Okay, no problem. Ma'am, I'll just type the last message because I'm not getting. I don't know like what to write about this consequently or
That's
therefore.
okay.
Um.
That's okay. We got the idea that you have used it. Okay.
Um.
So Smita, yeah,
Ma'am, I can. Ma'am, I will.
you want?
Um.
Okay.
Yeah. We missed the school bus. Therefore, we have to use a private transport and go to school.
Mm-hmm. Good.
We
Otherwise,
missed the.
generally, how do we talk? We miss the school bus and
Yes.
took the
Yeah.
private transport.
Therefore,
I
yeah.
went to the market and I bought some
Mhm.
apples.
Yeah.
I was walking on the road and I saw the
Uh. I'm sorry to disturb you. I think those and then are the fillers for the getting up the vocabulary which we are missing. We are trying to connect the sentences and our thoughts so that we are not lost somewhere.
So some homework that I want to give all of you is start using them in your
Yeah.
conversation with your children or if you're a teacher in the school.
Okay.
Become more conscious that I'm going to use less number of and in my conversation. You
Yeah.
will see an immediate shift because all this vocabulary is there, stored in your working memory. It's just that because we are not using it, it's got settled.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for wonderful participation.
Yeah.
Can I
Renuka,
add,
you
ma'am?
want to say it? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Reading book is very important, which will develop our imagination and thought process. Regular reading helps in regular reading helps in
Fauziya, could you
develop.
please switch off your mic? Your audio is heard here. Fauziya? Okay, I'll mute it. Yeah. Sorry, Renuka. Please carry
Yeah,
on.
regular reading helps in developing our vocabulary, which eventually help us to improve our communication skill. I
Wow.
didn't use the same word, but I used it actually. What it came, I used it actually.
Perfectly all right. At least you didn't use the word and then.
Yeah, yeah.
And then should
I
become your
was
enemy now.
I was very much into the that I should not be using such words. So when you're
Conscious.
writing,
Just a
yes,
matter of being
I'm,
conscious of it.
yes, I was conscious when I'm writing.
Great. Thank you, Renuka. Let's
Ma'am,
go to the next activity. Oh,
ma'am,
somebody's
should
ready.
I?
Yeah, okay, Swarnlata. I'm
Ma'am,
happy
I
the
have
participation
something.
is increasing.
Saving money is a good habit. Furthermore, it helps to meet our future expenses or needs. Moreover, saving protect us during our emergencies. And additionally, saving regularly teaches us self control or planning.
Okay, great. Now, if I tell you all that you have to use the one of these words as the starting of the sentence, again your brain will start replacing it in a different pattern. Presently, I just said use it. The minute I condition it that this should be used at the beginning of the sentence only, then your whole sentence formation will change. However, it was raining today. I still decided to go for a walk. I went for a walk. However, it was raining. Difference. The minute I tell shift, the whole thing will change. I'm not teaching grammar. We're just we're playing some game or having fun with relocating the complex, relocating it with the sentence. So let me take you to the next strategy. Next strategy is learning by examples. Unfortunately, our kids don't read today. That is the saddest part of how our brain is suffering. Because a 30-minute of reading anything is a must for our brain, because reading is a brain exercise, like gymming, like yoga, like whatever we do, playing is a body exercise for the body. Our brain is not getting any exercise other than watching reels, watching videos, or watching some content, reading some little content on the social media. Reading, taking a book is not happening. I don't even say book, but even if you read on a laptop, the brain is still reading. So the exercise of reading not happening is giving our children acute shortage of vocabulary, acute shortage of sentence formation, acute shortage of even ability to think. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, what we read on WhatsApp is drafted by XYZ. It is their opinion. It may not be right or wrong. And there is nobody authorizing that this is written by this. Like when you watch a news channel, we always say that, okay, it is this news channel who's interpreting this news in this manner. Another news channel might be showing the same news in another way, in another delivery. And then we as audience analyze this information from different news channel and make our own opinion on what it is. But what happens when you read a content written by an author, or proven, or a research, is something which is concrete. When you read such concrete stuff, the whole model of writing improves. How? See, there are 3 steps to that also. Find a model answer, that is, locate a high quality example from a textbook or online resource. So when you want your child to write an answer, first show him what is the best answer. This is called a best answer, which will fetch you 5 on 5. Now let's break it down to understand what are the content of that best answer, which you can utilize in your next answer or writing your own answer. So it's like this, break it down, use highlighters, one color for the main claim, another for evidence, and the third for analysis. Use different colors for main topic, another color for evidence, and another color for analysis. Analysis is the proof that you're giving that what you're saying. Like I was talking to Smita, I think, about the health. She was trying to prove why healthy life is important for a long life. Okay. Third one, structure the sentence. Seeing a finished product broken down makes the task feel less like a mountain and more like a Lego set. When you break it down beautifully, that this is the best answer, and this is how the answer has been broken, the child feels, oh, this is all I need to do. I can work better on this, or I can try to work on this and give my own answer. But if we just tell them लिखो लिखो लिखो, इतनी बार तो बता दिया तुमको, 10 बार मैंने समझा दिया, लिखो लिखो लिखो. How many of you can cook a dish just by listening to some recipe? And what is a guarantee that your dish will turn out to be excellent? if you have never tasted that dish, why I am giving this example is when you taste the dish, you know this is how it is supposed to be. Okay? Then, when you get the recipe of the dish broken down into one content, I mean, what do you call it? The things required, the process, and the finish. When you get these three things properly given to you, your recipe will come out as like when the cooks who do the video, the YouTube channels who do these video, they will the way they'll narrate it to you. आपको बस ये तीन चीजें याद रखना है. ये सारा सामान आपके पास होना चाहिए और ये इसका प्रोसेस है और आप फिनिशिंग के लिए आप ये करिए. So when you see that whole thing, you will replicate the dish exactly the same way. But you will not do it just by listening and never tasted. That's all we are saying when it comes to writing. Our children are facing this difficulty. Breaking down the content, breaking down that example or an essay. So how many essays on an average a child of class 7 has read in 1 year? I'm not teaching children nowadays. So I don't know. I just want the mothers or whoever is teaching children. How many essays in a year have they read before they write 3 to 4 essays in a year? Exactly, Smita. Hardly any. In our times, we had essay books. Smita, Mamta will be able to relate with me. There was something called essay book. So with the school textbook, our parents will also buy this so-called essay books, which will have 20 to 30 essays. At least I had. So we were asked to read these essays throughout the year. Whether that essay came in the exam, not came, that is irrespective. And it was like if I was the prime minister. When I go to moon, my favorite sport, my favorite film star, my beautiful day, it will be like that. So we are reading this essay as a part of our curriculum regularly. Then when you sit to write a few essays in the year, you are definitely able to absorb vocabulary, sentence formation. Are this happening with our children? No. Just before the exam, we'll say, okay, essay has got 8 marks, you better prepare. Are how do you prepare? So what they do? Jai Hind to Chat GPT. Next activity. 2 of them together, essential techniques. This technique is called 3-sentence minimum rule. Every statement must be followed by at least 2 developmental sentences. 1 fact, 2nd reason, 3rd impact. Let's do this exercise. Let's do this exercise. What do you have to do? आपको लिखना है where you have to write. First sentence will be the fact. Health is wealth was a fact. The second sentence is a reason. Why do you want to, how do you prove that first sentence was a fact? And third is the impact of that in your life, in universe, in the world, in anywhere. Ready? 1 minute time. Smita, can you start?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a shopaholic. Moreover, I love shopping for apparels, jewelry, and also different types of footwear. Consequently, I end up buying unnecessary items, and in addition to this, I run out of money by the end of the month.
So the quality of writing has suddenly improved by the end of the workshop. Starting from a second, third grade essay to now it's improving just in this short span using better vocabulary and more thinking. Wonderful. Thank you, Smita.
Thank you.
Who's the other person who wants to read out?
Ma'am, can I?
Yeah, Sonal.
The fact education plays a big role in one's life. Educated mind, once again, mind can think in a rational way. Education transforms a poor boy's life. That's it.
So if I give you a rule that don't use the word education again and again, you will now start thinking of a new vocabulary.
I thought I had to use the word, the impact word or the main word in the.
No,
Okay.
nothing like that. Nothing like that was mentioned. I'm just
Okay.
giving an example. You get
Okay.
the minute I say, okay, can you avoid using the same word again? Now you'll start thinking of the new vocabulary. See, which is already there. Over the
Mm.
years, we have acquired millions of words in our head. It's just that we're not putting it to use.
Yeah.
Situation is not there.
Mm.
हम
Yeah.
and और then में जिंदगी बीत रही है तो फिर however and additionally and moreover को use क्यों करें?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Thank you. We'll go to the next one now. Is there anybody who wants to say? I forgot to ask. Sorry. Is there anybody else who wants to read out? थक गया ब्रेन ऑलरेडी फिर बच्चों को बोलते लिखते नहीं है ब्रेन थक रहा है ना ब्रेन के मसल को हम जगा रहे हैं माइंड मैपिंग फॉर विजुअल स्ट्रक्चर this I'm sure most of you know this about there's a picture of also mind mapping given on the screen that there is a central idea the main question branches supporting point and you can start from 100-word essay to a 500-word essay just by giving them mind map. Anybody who doesn't know mind map, I will draw it for you. If you don't know mind maps, you can just say no. You can type no. In any case, I will still help you. Okay. So if you want the child to write a paragraph, a story, an essay or something, this is the most simplest mind map. Are you able to see the screen? No. Array, sorry. I'll have to open it again. By chance, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. So, say she's given the word health. You want to write health is wealth. Sorry, I'm not writing much here. So you'll have stems like this driven out. Then you will ask the child to give, or you can also give something related to health is wealth here. Say you write habits. Habits. Here, say you write food. Here you write fitness. Here you write nature. Okay. Now what you have done is you've given leading words to derive your answer, derive your essay. Now tell the child to put words here, not sentences. Create more stems and ask the child to put the words here related to, say, habit. Health leading to habit, or how is habit responsible for good health? So here the child will put whatever they know. Now you have the entire vocabulary of 20-30 words in front of you. Now ask the child to take one stem and start writing. 500 words का ऐसे तो ऐसे ही बन जाएगा. May not happen in one instant, but at least writing from one word, it will move to one line, one paragraph, and maybe 2-3 paragraphs. So you can do this for every topic that you want. Even for the answers that they have to learn, memorize and write. Even that you can break it down like this. Say you want to write about, why am I not getting eraser? No. Hello, eraser. In fact, they have a mind map also here. No, but I use eraser. Leave it. I'll take you to the next. Too many apps available. Okay. So you can also do it for a topic, an event, a function, a ceremony. Write it in the center, birthday party. Okay, birthday party. Then you can have what, where, when, why, how. Even if they start answering these questions, your birthday party passage will be ready. This is one kind of mind map. And like this, there are so many. There is called EMAP. EMAP is one main topic and it's 3 subdivisions. So I'll be sharing some of these mind maps with all of you so you can use it with your children. In fact, those of you who are there in my program would have got many mind maps in the course. They are lying if you have not downloaded. Please download all these maps. It's all for you all in the course. Okay, let's go to the last one. Last strategy. Quality over length. A 300-word answer that explores 2 points deeply is better than a 600-word answer that repeats the same thing 5 times. Some children say, no, मैं 3-4 पेज भर के आया. सेम चीज मैंने 3 बार लिख दिया. टीचर को क्या पता चलता है? या ट्रू, पता चल जाता है. टीचर भी इतने भी वो नहीं है ना. तो दे थिंक लेंथ देकर मार्क्स मिलता है. नो. So it's important that this is also kept in mind. Focus on depth. Encourage exploration of ideas rather than just meaning word counts. You know, if you ask children to write something, they'll say, how many words? Exactly, they'll write 20 words and give you. 20 word mein they will count in, of, than, in, all that will be there in the 20 word. But there is no core meaning, enough core meaning associated to that content. Avoid fluff. Teenagers often add repetitive words to meet requirements, which weakens their writing and develop thinking. So my assessment today is children are not even asked to think. If this we work on regularly, a lot of the problems will be solved. This is not happening. That is why they are dependent on ChatGPT. So these are the 7 strategies that you can use for helping your children. Now I will go to the tools. Any questions anybody has? There are reasons why till now we were training the brain as to why the brain is not doing something or what is that they're lacking. Now we're going to talk about why does the child say, I am tired? How many of you feel that? Children say, मेरा हाथ दुख रहा है, अभी मैं नहीं लिख सकता, and this and that. How many of you go through this problem? You do, right? So why does it happen and what is the solution? Why does it happen? It's purely because lack of exercise of those parts of the body. You go back to their childhood and understand and analyze what did they do in their childhood. Did they spend a lot of time like this? Like this means like this. In that case, you know the answer.
than dogs
Sorry.
one night.
Sorry. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So let's get ready for some exercise that you have to do along with me. The first one, and these exercises have to be done regularly, not before exam. Whenever you're sitting to write or even otherwise, because kids' nervous system is slowing down because of lack of exercise. Okay. So spider on the mirror, finger independent strength. Place fingertips of both hands together, thumb to thumb, index to index. Can you all do it, please? Flatten palms forward, each while keeping their fingertips touching. So all you have to do is this. Thumb to thumb, finger to finger. Press. Very important for all of us today, not only them, especially those who don't work with their hands much. Very important, this. And then bring it close. Press. Each of the muscles of both your arms will get enough blood circulation when you do this. Again, go back. And again, press. 3 times. A must. Especially those who work like me on system. This is superb brain-hand coordination exercise. It's called loop. Take a pencil or do it with a finger initially, hand loop. Then you do it on the paper. Have the paper and ask the child to do this loop. This improves the brain-hand coordination. It improves your thinking ability. It brings in creativity. It brings in flexibility of the hand movement. Super exercise, I think everybody should do. Next is warm-up techniques for rapid flip fast. That is, extend arms forward, make tight fist, then flick the fingers open like this. I love if all of you do it with me. Yeah, this. Very important. Blood circulation exceeds, writing will 100% improve. Very, very important. Unfortunately, we are moving very less. I mean, even the kids, very less movements we see in their life. Second is pen whirl. Pen whirl is take a pen and run it like this. This is one method where your palm rubs, blood circulation increases, brain activates. The second is like this. Put the pen between the two, the index finger and the middle finger. And then try to move your finger up, down. It's very difficult. That means you have to move the pen up, down. Okay. Then there's another exercise where you hold the pen like this, like you hold it to write. Take it back towards you. So when you do this, what are you experiencing? No, let your shoulder be at a standard length. Keep this straight and just turn it like this. What do you experience? You'll get the stretch here and on your shoulder. This exercise for writing. So consider all this as fun activity with children. You will find them doing it regularly. That was pen twirl. Then mind map. That is choose an, choose an essay topic. This is for brain. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Draw a central idea. Branch out keywords. No full sentence. So you don't want the child to always write essay or paragraph. You also want them to recall whatever you have taught and put it in a mind map form like this. Like I just showed you the mind map just now. Later on, they can look at the mind map and write the answer. Great. But at least that time, you know the child has understood. Next is opposition finger. That's what this. Touch thumb, index, middle like this first. Then you do this. Then you do this. These are all different exercises. Routine. To be done in routine. All this because like our childhood, these kids are not using their hands enough. We all used to play. At least I used to play a lot. So our hands never pained to write. But unfortunately, our children's hand pain because their muscle movements are least. Okay. Then there is isometric desk, like how I am sitting. While sitting, place your palms flat on the surface, like on the table, like this, and try to raise. Or you can also keep your hand on the arm and raise. Raise. This will release the stress on the shoulder, like this. I do all this because I am also a sitting person whole day online. Got it? So these are the simple exercise and tools which will help our children to, yeah, keep the hand on the front part of the chair and push yourself up. Bring yourself down. Push yourself up. Bring yourself down. You will automatically feel energy in your body. Okay. Superb. Any questions? We are in the last part of our session, another 5 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask. No questions? So we are going to do the last 7 tools which the parent must keep in mind. Okay. Very, very important. If you have any question, please post. How to improve their focus? So I always, say first check whether they have focus in their real life or not. Leave alone study focus. First check that. I'll talk about focus. So let me just finish this. So if the child has dysgraphia is writing difficulty, then what happens? So keep these things in mind, very important. One is the grip, how the child holds a pencil, very, very important. If the child is not able to hold the pencil, you get pencil grips, which is also called tripod. It's a must till the child learns the grip. Okay. Also, there are slide boards, slightly risen boards. Sometimes a flat table is very difficult for the child to write. So if you have a little risen board, the angle at which the notebook has to be kept to write helps them to put the right pressure. Okay. Then okay, I'll go in detail with each of these. Yeah, there are slant boards, desk wedges, improve posture at home. Find out if that posture is correct. One of the most common things I have seen is the children's postures are not correct. Bed में लिख रहे हैं, जमीन पे लिख रहे हैं, dining table पे लिख रहे हैं. The height between the child and the table is not designed for writing. It is designed for eating. Because eating doesn't have a pressure like this. Eating requires only this movement. But writing requires the backbone being bent, hand to be pressed. So the pain obviously will happen. There are many softwares which you can use to help the children, like text to speech, where they can record their answers first, listen to it in a number of times, and then write. Because the more number of times they listen to like Asma says, my son is always ready to tell. Record his voice. Ask him to listen, 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 listen again. Then when you ask to write, his vocabulary that you wrote will be helping him to remember when he writes. Workflow techniques, again, Google Docs are there where you can type using Otter AI. You can edit on the screen. You can improve the quality of writing. Then there is, of course, they need a quiet room, zero noise, clear space, bright light. These are basic requirements for writing. No distraction. Then balance practice, typing and writing, both. Sometimes the child is not in a mood to write. What I would do is ask them to type. I said, okay, type your answer and give. But that doesn't become a habit. It's just, okay, you know the answer, okay, type and give. We will copy it later or we'll write it later. Shifting the, what do you say? Shifting the process helps. So this we did, peel meal method of repeating, point, evidence, explain and link. We do that. Then we have visuals, that is mind maps, visual organizers, flow charts. So in our school system, especially if the child has learning disability or dysgraphia, then the school has a provision to first assess the child severe, that is when it is severe disability, severely not able to write. Then you do an assessment. You get a certificate from a certified clinical psychologist, which you submit to the school. Once you submit to the school submits it to the board to give the child provision to get either a writer or an extra time during exam. This is a big facility that all our boards, especially CBSE, ICSE and state board is providing. But you need to get your child assessed from a certified clinical psychologist, not a teacher or a tutor or a coach like me, not from anybody who says difficulty. It has to be from an authentic RCI registered certified psychologist. Okay. Then when you submit this letter, you get provision as a writer in class 9, actually 9th and 10th, 10th and 12th. But now some schools have become a little liberal by giving these writers even in lower classes. And the writers are generally children 1 year younger to their class level. So if your child is falling in any of this category, please take advantage. And if not, if you are a tutor attending this session, then please know this, that you can help a parent. Delete. Okay. And the last one. What kind of pen is the child using is very important. Today in the market, okay, before I talk about that, let me ask you, the people who are writing in their teenage, who are 30 years, 20 or 30 years older, how many choice of pens did you have at that time? How many choice of pens? Hardly. There were 4 to 5. We had to choose between that 4 and 5. Out of the 4 and 5, there were one would be little thoda mehenga, the fountain pen and all that, little mehenga, which if you can afford, great. If you cannot, you carry on with a normal fountain pen. Yeah, Reynolds and Rotomac and all that. But today, if you take the child to the market and say, I want to buy a pen for you, the shopkeeper will show you 35 kinds of pen finished. And what is the child doing? Child is mapping it to what the school, other children or how to show off in the school with a different kind of a pen that he or she is purchasing. Forgetting that it's a tool for you to survive, to write throughout your life. So please check whether the child is using the right pen. And what is the definition of a right pen? A right pen is where the writing can be done smoothly. Smoothly. Not where the child has to put too much pressure. The pen might be fancy to look at, but bad to write at. But because that fancy show off is in the child's head, he prefers to have it in the exam, in the classroom, at the cost of not able to write well. So there are some pen suggestions, Pilot V7, Uniball eye pens. These gel pens, they are good. Where ink flows easily, they are good. Where it doesn't smudge while writing, they are good. Where the child does not have to put a lot of pressure in writing. So you have to look at the page. If when you're writing, the previous page also is getting that pressure, then you have to check 2 things. One is the muscles in the hand and the second is the quality of pen. And then only you can see whether the legibility is there or not. It's a very important thing, the having of pen. Once we did everything with a child, it didn't work. And then I realized that, oh, so it is a pen. And when we changed the pen, things improved. And that was a much lesser price pen, by the way. I don't write much, but I generally use this Hauser or something like this, where the ink flow is very easy. So what are the tools for home and for exams is one, assess, observe the fatigue, handwriting legibility, task breakdown, note specific challenges, select tools, choose 1, 2 interventions, trial like tripod, grips, and we're just revising the whole thing now. Trial and record, run each trial for 2 to 3 weeks and keep a simple progress log time. That means whatever techniques you're doing, don't just decide by 1 or 2 attempts. You have to do it frequently to decide whether it is working with you or not. Communicate with the child if the child is really struggling. Communicate with the school if the child is really struggling. Review the outcomes on tools, exercises, techniques, plan, reading, vocabulary, everything. And all said and done, do a writing and reading of 20 minutes each every day without fail. Absolutely without fail, where there is no choice. Okay. So thank you so much for this session. And now I am all in for you to answer your questions. So the first question that came was how to improve their focus. Smita, my question is, in what does he have the focus? Does he have focus while playing video game?
Yeah, ma'am. While playing video game or
While
watching
eating food?
TV. Yeah, while eating food.
While watching TV?
Yeah.
While playing football? Whatever
Yeah,
game he
while
plays.
playing any games, huh?
So there is no problem of focus. Brain is okay. Okay. The problem is the learning is a challenge for him. It is
Yes.
not problem of focus. It is a problem of difficulty. So we need to analyze with the child where the learning is a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you got any assessment done with anybody till now?
I'm a special educator by myself. I see
Then
RCA
you
licensed,
to tell.
and no, I was just asking. I was thinking about one of my student as well. This answer I got it regarding focus. I have a child with dysgraphia, and parents are unwilling to take the child for any kind of clinical assessment. With
Okay.
as a along with the school management, we tried to convince the parents, but they were pointing us out, saying we are inefficient enough to help the child in the school. It was clearly seen that the child is extremely dysgraphic. The child doesn't have motor development. Uh, the basic test also have done.
What class is the child?
The child is now in third grade.
And what is his writing ability? Which grade?
He can copy and write. He is able to write, but not within the line. He cannot copy from the board. His motor skills are not developed,
What
and
grade
even
would
I.
you say?
Uh,
Writing ability would be what grade? Junior KG,
Pre-primary level, ma'am. I suggest pre-primary level.
pre-primary. So you have
Yeah.
to explain this to the parent. You
They're
have
not
to
telling. We
like
had
it.
many sessions.
No. See, you have to, because I've had hundreds of parents like what you just explained just now, and I'm just sharing what I have done all my life.
Okay.
I would tell at the age of at grade 3 level, this is expected from his age appropriate writing practice. This is his present condition. These are his difficulties. These are his challenges. With age, the challenges are only going to increase. So as he grows older, he will find it more and more difficult. And along with the writing difficulty, he is going to have reading difficulty. He is going to have low self-esteem. He is going to have, because when you can't submit books, you're all the time shouted at.
Yes.
He is going to have incomplete work pattern as a habit in his notebook. There are some children who will have incomplete work written throughout the year in their notebook. Nobody has made an effort Make sure how, including me, I was like that. How do you make a child complete his work? As a teacher, I used to think writing incomplete work is my job is over. It was much later I realized it is my job to make sure the child's work is complete. It is not telling the child that the work is incomplete. And that's how I started learning
Mhm.
this whole cycle of finding out the difficulty and helping children. Okay. So when
Yeah.
you scientifically explain to the parent and tell, child is yours, future is yours, journey is yours. I am here to help. If you think you need my help, take my help. Otherwise, you have to deal with the child throughout your life. Whether you blame us, whether you blame anybody, we can't do anything. So that's it. If you're very crystal clear and humble in explaining it, and you should
Hmm.
always say, I am there to help the child. As long as
Hmm.
you can.
Hmm.
Secondly, whether the child goes for assessment or not, how should it
Mhm.
matter to a special educator?
Ma'am, without the assessment, I can't help the child,
This is
first
a,
of all.
I'll break that norm of yours.
Yes. And
I'll break this
secondly,
belief that
still as a, yeah, ma'am. Please go ahead.
every child in this country cannot go for an assessment. Okay? But
Yeah,
every
ma'am.
teacher in India can teach the child to read and write. This is my belief.
So what we did as a team, I teamed up with the class teacher and other subject teachers. We made him sit just in front of the board. We made him sit with a peer, and the peer started helping him. And so it was well and good until and unless the child was with the homeroom teacher. But now the child grows up, and I don't think all educators have that patience
No,
level to help the child.
why blame parent? It is the school's job. That's what I'm coming.
School is
We are
doing.
getting
School is
salary to do
no,
our
no.
job.
I'm true, ma'am. Absolutely, but it is
Uh,
not. It is can't be done at one way.
so we can't
That's how
expect the
come.
parent to go to the psychologist. And even if they go, it is of no use because ultimately the psychologist says, yes, the child has dysgraphia. Now what? Still you have to work. So whether you get certified or not, you only have to work. So why not work? I
No,
didn't
ma'am.
push
I've given
anybody
a
for
list.
assessment. I said, you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to go, you go. You don't want to go, you don't go. I will still help. For me, it
So
doesn't make any difference.
yeah, so that's why I list out what the teachers have to do and what are the exercises and the child should do in the class, and the teacher should maintain a record of everything and then the progress also. But he needs OT as well, ma'am, as far as my observation.
Teacher can do
But
OT in classroom.
no, ma'am, we can't do it, ma'am, in the school. It's an inclusive school, not a special school.
Yeah,
Uh, so with that
all the more can
involvement,
be done. You
we
teach
are
some OT
it's
exercises to
limited.
the mother. She will do it at home. House is full of OT.
I'm sorry to say that parents are not ready to accept at all. The okay, anyway, I came from Hyderabad already, so now I'm in Mumbai looking for work. So not in
Okay.
touch with them anymore. Yeah.
All right. So I have a question here. I came up with a case study in this boy, a 10th IB faced right side paralysis stroke last year. Now he is recovered but has writing difficulty. How to help this boy? I'm trying to go with the speech to text for him. He has a speech difficulty right now. Can you please let me know? Yeah, if he has a paralytic attack, it's a medical case. So you can take a writer's help. Please ask your school because already is in 10th. We cannot spend too much time on doing experiments now. You can ask the school to take this medical condition and take help of a writer and but continue teaching him to write because ultimately it's more important to make the child independent than just thinking about exams. That's how I look at life. Writing, reading is not about exam. For me, writing, reading is about life. Whether you're able to read anything that you come across. Okay, so Shambhavi, please take the medical route. It will really help. Yeah, all these are support apps for text to speech. All this is only support. But what is the process? I mean, where do you, how does a child appear for exam? That is very important. So that process is clinically going through this and submitting documents, getting an approval, etc. Finding out from a doctor whether there will be a support system provided in a case like this or not. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, Shashikala, you have a question?
Ma'am, already found out, already children are coming for to our platform with severe difficulties only. When to refer them for NIOS?
You just talk to them about it. You don't need to refer.
Okay, already they.
If parents are prepared, anytime they are decided, we can start NIOS.
How to prepare them to first take a test?
Test? What test?
Clinical
Oh,
psychology test.
that test. Give an example of blood test. Why do we do a blood? This is what I say. Why do we do a blood test?
When something is severe,
Biological
which is severe to find out, we'll take a blood test.
Then the doctor gives medicine. In the olden times, blood test frequency was very less. The doctors would give medicine even without a blood test. But today, little anything, immediately they'll write a blood test. I don't know if the diagnosis capacity has come down or whatever, or the complication of disease has increased. Okay. So just ask the parent to say, like a blood test, we come to know the biological condition. This test helps to know the psychological learning condition of the child. It will help you to know what is it. If nothing comes out, very good. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So would all of you want to share one or two lines beautifully written with however, additionally, frequently about the workshop quickly on the chat? Please do. I'm waiting. Write one or two lines about how your learnings from the workshop. Not just it was fine, excellent, nice. No. Please use this new set of vocabulary which you already have to frame your new sentences to write what is your learning from the workshop. 2 or 3 learnings. You're also, Aparna, you're writing like your child only now. Small sentence. You have done a workshop on writing long answers. So I'm waiting for some long answers. All right. Thank you so much. I can see all of you have started writing long, long essays now. Generally, this doesn't happen. Workshop will end fine, nice, impressive, informative, and finished. I was just doing this so that you push your writing brain a little more and you're able to do it. Thank you so much, Aparna. My takeaway from this session is to know the child along with the struggling area to make them write and provide them with basic needs. Thank you. Fauzia says, I know so much about helping children and read and write. However, this workshop was quite informative and useful. Thank you. The Shashikala says these strategies will help the children furthermore to build their self-esteem and writing skills. Very good. Thank you. Fully loaded workshop, Shambhavi says, with practical strategies to be used for teachers as well as parents. This session gave me the details about the working of the brain related to writing, which is one of the most important aspects in everyone's life. Thank you. Although Mamta says she started with although, very good. I am the teaching field since long. Still, I need some more techniques to be exceptionally great. I got new insights about attending this session. Thank you. Tanuja's was busy. Renuka, the workshop helps me to understand the problems of children are facing in writing long answers. The tools and techniques learned today will lead us to analyze problems of children there is no and then. People have forgotten to use and then just in one workshop. That's superb. You need the recording? Yes, you will be given. I feel like why I came across with ma'am. Why what I did. After getting difficulty, I should give rebirth to my son. Ayyo, and do everything correctly. It was wonderful. Rebirth. No. You can do all corrections in this life. The workshop, Sonal, has helped me to improvise my writing ability and consequently will be able to support my daughter as well. Thank you for the valuable inputs. Looking forward to put them the practical use. Would be happy how to join. Instead of joining workshops, you can just join our platform, Sambhavi, as a remedial. You can join our course. You will get a lot of, you will learn a lot from the course and also the regular sessions that we do every week. Yes, you will get the recording. I also need recording. Workshop, Swarnata says, was informative with lots of strategies. Furthermore, wow, gave practical knowledge and clear explanation. Moreover, I learned strategies like peel, tell me what. Thank you. You make webinar charismatic. Oh my God. Thank you, Aparna. That's so kind of you to use these words. How to join the remedial program? Shambhavi, you have to just message me. We'll send you the details. You can join our course, become a remedial tutor. And also, if you want to teach online, we provide you with students. All right. Thank you and wish you all the best. Happy New Year to all of you. I'm sure this year had amazing learnings, challenges, happy moments, sad moments. Please forget all the sad moments and move ahead with happy moments and make your life even more happy. Thank you and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy New Year once again.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you.